What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have just recently learned some news about Modern Warfare 3 Season 2 that is making me decently excited, I guess I should say, for the future of Call of Duty as a whole. Microsoft went ahead and released a couple of statements the other day stating that they do expect, sales to go up by 50%, obviously because of this merger with Activision. But at the same time, after this merger, they claimed that the content pipeline is going to be, improving a lot when it comes to Call of Duty. They didn't really mention anything else, just specifically Call of Duty. They said that the content pipeline is going to be improved upon. And again, you could take that with a grain of salt, or you could completely believe it. I don't really know what you guys want to do with that type of information. But time and time and time again, they've been proving to me that I think they're telling the truth. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and dive deep, if you are interested in hearing more content just like this, we do indeed post here daily at 8 in the morning Eastern time. And also, if you are interested in any live streams, I stream daily besides Sundays, of course. So we'll be back on Monday. But that stream usually goes live around 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern time. You can find a link to that channel as well as all my other socials like Twitter and Discord down in the description of this video. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, about a handful of days ago, I put together a video, like I said, discussing about how Microsoft said those things and those statements. And, I kind of put two and two together with how they've been handling certain things like events within this game and the aftermarket parts. I'll be honest with you guys, this has been the best live service Call of Duty game we've ever gotten. And honestly, if anybody says otherwise, they're completely lying to you. They are. I mean, how could you possibly deny that? You could say you don't like live service, and that's completely fair. But out of every single live service COD game we have gotten, this is hands down the best one. Modern Warfare 2019 up to current date. We have been getting so much content when it comes to things to grind for weekly, every other week, monthly, so on and so forth. There's always something to anticipate. When you hop on, you're not hopping on just to, either do your camo grind and then you're done with the game, or you hop on to, get your adrenaline rush or try to get some streaks. No, you hop on because, hey, it's probably a new camo dropping, or it might be something, innovate a weapon coming out this week. There's always something new dropping within the title. And on top of that, it's free. So yeah, this has been probably the best live service game, and I am chalking it up to the fact that Microsoft has picked up Activision. Before Activision was in charge, and they are greedy. They are greedy. I mean, Bobby didn't want to do anything for this franchise whatsoever. But I genuinely do believe, and again, you can correct me if you think I'm wrong and leave your opinions down below, because everybody's opinions are welcome on this channel. But I genuinely do believe that Microsoft sees more potential in Call of Duty than Activision does, and they're willing to cough up more money to make sure that potential is seen, And honestly, they do have more money. Microsoft is worth so much cash. It's absolutely absurd. So yes, to be able to spare some more camos and spare some more, parts and things that are free for the game wouldn't really hurt them too much. And I think they see that, if they sprinkle a little free love to the community might be a little bit more happier in return. It's a very crucial thing to, get right. And it seems like Microsoft is trying to go ahead and do so. But recently, like I said, I found something out when it came to Season 2, which you guys probably already know. But again, this information further confirms that Microsoft, once again, wants to see Call of Duty thrive. And they are willing to put money, up to make sure that, the community is happy. And that is the fact that these themes, when it comes to COD, these events where they do collabs, are slowly yet surely becoming free. Now, yes, there are still a bunch of collabs that are in the store. You can go ahead and purchase them for like $20, $30, so on and so forth. Which, again, is just so rough to want to go ahead and do when you're already spending $70 to $100 on the game itself, and the games only last about 1 year until a new one comes out. If the game lasted maybe 3 to 4 years, I would be more inclined to go ahead and, cough up that cash because, I'll be able to use it for a while. But to know that, in a handful of months is going to be irrelevant kind of sucks. So, it's whatever. But yeah, as I was saying, they still have a handful of collabs like that in the store, especially the Doom bundle. I'm still so sad about it because I love Doom. You know what I'm saying? Doom is so awesome, but they have that in the store as well. But just recently for Season 2, for those who don't know, but I'm assuming you guys already know, there is going to be a, The Walking Dead collaboration going on here. I didn't really watch the show too much, so, I don't really know any of the characters or any of the, whatever. I know the idea of what The Walking Dead is, obviously. It's one of the most popular shows back in the day. It was really popping, so obviously I know what it is, but I never really dove too deep into it. But still, Great collab. Honestly, one of the better collabs for a Call of Duty game. I thought this was pretty decent here, even though it's a little late on introducing this collab, but still, it still works for Call of Duty. But this collaboration, to my surprise, is going to be free. I initially thought all of this stuff was going to be, once again, store bundles, because that's every single collaboration. Literally every collab that they have done within Call of Duty is a store bundle. But this collab right here is finally going to be free for everybody. All you got to do is go ahead and purchase the Battle Pass, and you got all the content. And you guys know me, I don't mind the Battle Passes in COD. All you need to do is, if you bought one Battle Pass in Modern Warfare 2019, and you played every single Battle Pass through, you only had to pay $5 or whatever it is, the entry fee. That's it, one time, and you would have had all the free Battle Passes all the way up to current date for 4 to 5 years. Not that bad of a system. You always get your currency back, and as long as you don't spend it on anything too crazy and you just save up for the next pass, you can go ahead and get it for free. Recycled, so I technically consider this free, especially for people who go ahead and play the game quite frequently. But nonetheless, this is fantastic news, because it points in the direction that, now with Microsoft in charge, they will more than likely go ahead and buy out these collabs. Before, you could tell that Activision didn't want to cough up that much money. They were doing collaborations, but it's a reason they have to put such a beefy price tag on a lot of these collabs. They probably weren't making the amount of cash that they wanted to make out of it. But knowing Microsoft, they are worth so much money, it is insane. And I understand that The Walking Dead is, kind of played out now, right? It's a bit, it was a lot more popular back in its prime, and I know people are going to use that as an excuse for why it's, free, and you don't have to go ahead and pay for it. But nonetheless, it's one of the most popular IPs out there, and it doesn't matter if it loses a bit of popularity. Just like COD has lost a bit of popularity, yet and still, they're still able to absolutely make bank because everybody knows of the name, everybody knows of the IP, and a collaboration like this, even though the show is old, is still going to be huge for COD, because all you need to do is just see The Walking Dead, and it instantly clicks in people's heads. They already know what it is. So honestly, I don't know about you guys, but I do believe that Microsoft might be potentially, pushing out more money to pick up collabs that are free for the consumer to bring more players in. Because, just think about it. Would you be more enticed to hop into a game if your favorite collab was $30 as an entry fee on top of a $100 game? Or would you be more enticed, to hop in and try out your favorite collab if it was free? And you could just, the game that you already purchased, you could just hop right in and experience it. You're more likely to hop in if it was free. And Microsoft knows this, and they have the money to do so. I mean, they really do have cash like that. I remember Halo Infinite was in a horrible spot. They gave them an extra, year and a half to put together Halo Infinite because they had the cash to go ahead and hold it off. They didn't need the money right then and there. So they said, forget it, we'll just push it back another year. And again, I'm not defending Halo Infinite because it's still launched in an interesting spot. Performance-wise, it was pretty fun. It worked nice, but man, the content drought on that game was ridiculous. Oh my goodness. But again, it's in a much better spot now. Holy crap. I mean, the amount of stuff you could do in Halo Infinite right now, current date, is insane. And I believe that Microsoft handled it like a long-term vision, because that game isn't going anywhere. But Call of Duty isn't a long-term vision, and I think they acknowledge that, they understand that, and they're going to approach Call of Duty with that mindset. Because again, why am I going to cough up $30, $40 for a collab that I might be interested in, that's just going to die in a year and I won't be able to use it anymore? I would be more enticed to hop in, play the events, and even cough up money, and obviously not now because, the skill-based matchmaking is still, I've been testing it out. I don't know. I'm going to make another confirmation video if they actually did tone it back a little bit for an experiment, but on the regular, it's still pretty sweaty and, it's still pretty overpriced for a lot of this stuff. So, I don't really feel too like I want to buy anything in the store still. Definitely not yet. But, later down the road, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, if things really do become better, yeah, I would spend money in Call of Duty. So, it would bring more money in their pockets if you could attract players with the collaborations. And then, once you get them in the game, then you can, get them to open up their pockets. Regardless, this is the direction that I want them to push, and I really hope they keep pushing this way. I hope every single collaboration that they have will come in some type of free format. Again, it might just be because it's a season. They'll probably still have paid collabs throughout the middle of the seasons as store bundles. But if we are going to have collaborations like this, I would love for all the seasons to come with some type of collaboration and just add these iconic characters. Can you imagine like a John Wick season, bro? The type of skins and the type of content and, being able to play as John Wick without having to cough up $30 would be absurd. Things like that. I think seasonal variety in that fashion is great. And I hope Microsoft keeps pushing this way because honestly, they've been doing a great job so far with handling, the live service method of Modern Warfare 3. I just really hope that doesn't fall off because if the next game comes out, Trex game and Infinity Ward game and, all the other games come out and it doesn't follow the same pattern of weekly camos and weekly parts and, stuff to hop back in, they flopped. They dropped a massive bag, an incredible bag. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, go down in the comment section and leave your opinions about today's discussion. What you guys feel? Do you think that, Microsoft is doing good things for this game, or do you think that this is just a coincidence? It was already planned way ahead of time. This was all Activision's idea to, make sure that the Walking Dead bundles are going to be free for everybody, so on and so forth. I don't know. But as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget, subscribe, hit that bell if you want to be notified for more content just like this. And of course, last but not least, I do stream pretty much daily besides Sundays over on Kick. So if you're interested, got a link to that down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out.